But I think I'm getting a crush on this girl. This girl wants to be with Light. This cute, innocent girl wants to grow fruit together and build a massive plantation together. Even though she just got the greatest skill, she just wants to be with Light and support him and live happily ever after. Such a perfect waifu material. What have they done with such a nice girl? What have they done with my waifu? Skills are the various special abilities granted by the ancestral fruit in ancient times that bring happiness to humankind. Light and Lena are two childhood friends who are on their way to the church to get their skills. Light wants combat skills because he wants to be an adventurer. On the other hand, Lena wants the same but not for the same reason. She just wants to be with Light. Such a nice girl. Light dreams to become the greatest adventurer and make history. But now he is picking the perfect berries, a perfect balance of sweet and sour. He is a fruit farmer now. This happened 3 months ago on the day he ate the skill fruit. Holy Sister explains that they have to choose from the fruits and eat it to gain a skill. There is only one rule. You can only eat one fruit in your whole life. If eaten another one, it will instantly kill you. There were a lot of fools who were unsatisfied with their skills and ate another fruit. As expected, they died. Light knew this story very well as a fan of adventurer. Famous adventurer has strong skills. Without any combat skills, you cannot even dream of going near the front line. As such, getting a skill is a wonderful thing. It's time to begin, and Lena goes first. She chooses a fruit and takes a very small bite. Instantly, her body starts to glow. Holy Sister is extremely shocked. It's the Sword Saint skill. But I was wondering if she's gonna finish the fruit or not. What if someone takes a bite of it? What happens then? Holy Sister never expected to see the birth of a chosen one in her life. Lena wishes for Light to get a combat skill. It's Light's turn now. Getting pumped up after seeing this, he chooses a fruit and takes a big bite. He too starts to glow and turns toward Holy Sister to see her shocked reaction as earlier, but just to see a disappointed face. She reveals his skill is Fruitmaster. He shall harvest more and better fruit and reduce harvest time or something like that. Heartbroken, he wants to try another fruit. But even he knows what happens then. But I think I'm getting a crush on this girl. This girl wants to be with Light. This cute, innocent girl wants to grow fruit together and build a massive plantation together. Even though she just got the greatest skill, she just wants to be with Light and support him and live happily ever after. Such a perfect waifu material. Who wants a girl like this? Comment yes if you want. But this Holy Sister, Ugly Butch, is not going to let that happen. The Sword Saint comes once a decade and won't let the skill go to waste. So she literally drags Lena away to send her to the Holy City. And that's what happened 3 months ago. Wait for a moment. If you are enjoying the story, at least like the video. Thank you. After harvest, it's time to sell. After selling the fruit for cheap 3 copper, on his way back he sees Lena's poster as she reaches S rank in record time. He sees some kids who want to become adventurers too. So after returning, he starts practicing sword technique at a tree trunk but gets all shaken away. But I'm jealous. How can a guy be with such cute girls all the time? Right after Lena left, and now is Isla, she brings him water and also prepares dinner for him. Village chief forced her on him, and now they living together. She also does half the chores. In real life, girls are all about fake faces, tones of makeup, fake hair, fake eyelashes and all. At least we have anime girls. At the dinner table, he is having a delicious homemade stew and chatting about how the day went by. He is particularly satisfied with the harvest of skill fruit. Yes, he is harvesting skill fruit and warned Isla to not eat any skill fruit without permission. But wait, his body is burning. Something is very wrong. Without knowing, she put some skill fruit in the stew earlier. And now is he going to die? Clutching his chest, he fell off. He is sorry. He did not warn her about the skill fruit early. He is having his last moment and says it's not her fault. But after all the drama, he just sits straight. He is perfectly fine. How? Wasn't he supposed to die? He starts to glow again. At the church, the Holy Sister is seeing the birth of a new, very bright star. But now Isla is burning up too. She also ate the stew. She starts seeing things. It says he is immune to all fruit poisoning because of his Fruitmaster skill. Also, a new skill, Sword God, his attack power increases immensely while wielding a sword. She must have got the appraisal skill. He starts running. Outside, he wants to try his new skill to see if it's real or not. He swings his sword at a tree trunk and cuts it clean. But turned out he also cut the tree behind it too. And now he is the only one with 2 skills in the world. The next day in the town, Isla wants some pizza, but Light hurries to go to the guild. Let her have some pizza, man. At the guild, there are quests. By completing the quest, you get a reward. and you buy nice equipment and tasty food. Isla starts to drool after hearing tasty food. Get her something good to eat first, man. He is just thinking for himself. He wants to test his skill in real combat. Telling her to stay put, he heads for the reception desk. But she is thinking about how she can help him and starts checking everyone's skills. They have various skills like Fire Elemental, Seduction, and Stampede, which take damage when hitting the enemy, which must be a bad skill. Just then there is a commotion. Someone bumps into Light and started a fight. He swings his sword, but Light blocks it effortlessly. His friends advised him not to waste time here, to which they left. Light also finds his first job, and they leave for their first adventure. They're very excited to hunt monsters, but also cautious. Their job is to hunt slime, and they find one. Light charges at it, but fails to control the boost of strength of the skill. He manages to kill the slime, but also crashes into a rock. Isla is sad at the thought of cutting the slime after killing it, but gets excited to cut it after hearing they need some part for the reward. They can buy 20 pizzas with it. But right ahead, the previous group of adventurers are having a bad day. Unfortunately, they are faced with an ogre instead of slimes. They are getting destroyed. Just when they gave up, as they could do nothing against it, they heard a voice calling them. It's Light. But after seeing Light, those bastards lure the ogre towards him and flee. How can they do that as they are endangering little Isla too? Having no choice, Light decides to fight it. He dodges its big mace, but Isla warns him not to get hit at all costs. Sword God does not increase his defense at all. But that's not a problem. With his mighty Sword God skill, in the next attack Demon Slash, he cuts through the mace as well as the monster in half. The coward adventurer group is watching from a distance and is so shocked to see it. At the guild, the receptionist is shocked too after seeing the ogre horn. A beginner group getting a big monster is shocking. The coward group confirms it as they are saved by them. Just then, the legendary S-rank party has returned with its star member, the sacred Lena. Light is excited to see her, and he pushes through the crowd to call her. She looks at him, but he is shocked as well as me. She doesn't remember him at all. What have they done with such a nice girl? What have they done with my waifu? After the brutal rejection, he is completely devastated. Being worried, Isla asked if he was hungry. Want some pizza? After all the time now, they are having pizza. But Light is still devastated and gobbles up pizza till chokes on it. Some random girl offers him some water. But Light is shocked. It's Lena. Thank God Lena is okay. But she is hiding. Hiding from whom? Why? Lena is shocked to see Light at the guild and asks why he was there. Light explains everything about the skill fruit, and he is going to catch up with Lena in no time too. Light asked about Lena and what her party Sacred was like. Turned out it's bad. After being forced to join Sacred, the pay is good, but the environment is super bad. 2 months ago, while hunting a giant serpent, it was too weak to fire. They used fire to deal with it. That's natural, but what is not natural is that when the fire was heading toward a nearby residence, they did not care about it at all. The farmer is crying over the burned field as their livelihood depends on it. They think as long as they kill the monster, it's all okay. But even more so, when Lena brings the news to the Holy Sister, she is also the same. The history will only remember that the Sacred killed the serpent and nothing more. Turned out my hunch was absolutely correct about Holy Sister, and I did not even know beforehand. Light asks if she is not happy with her party, why not join us? But she refuses, but why is she crying? After that, they receive their pay of 10,000 gold for the ogre they killed. But he is not happy, he is worried about Lena, and he absolutely should be. Too. Who knows what they make her do? Isla asked, then why not ask the person himself? At the S-rank lounge, Sacred Party leader Grouse is enjoying the company of beautiful ladies when guild receptionist comes to inform that the farmer has complained about the dried-up reservoir because of the fire. But to that, what is his reaction? Do you care for bugs on the ground while walking? Such a bad character. Just then Light enters, asking them that they have to let Lena go from his party, but gets thrown out of the room as they think he is a Lena fan. Well, he is. The coward party advises him not to go against Grouse. It will put him on Holy Sister's bad side, which will make his life harder in the city. The next day, while thinking about Light's offer, Lena gathered courage and confronted Grouse. She wants to leave Sacred. While she is leaving, Grouse confronts her using fast movement and points his sword toward her neck. When Lena is reaching for her sword, he says, "Don't even try. You will not reach me even with your sword Saint skill," and slaps her right across the face. With a creepy face, he declares, they will save the world together until they die. This is making me furious. But I know we need villains to make an impact on the story. The next day, the Sacred departed for their next job, but Lena is sad. She thinks she can save people if she endures this. Then why not save people with light? Holy moly, just when I was thinking, I'm right again. Light blocks their path. He is there for his friend. He wants Lena to join him in his adventure, just like they promised when they were kids. But Lena hesitates. But Light is not going to back down easily. He challenges Grouse for a duel. If he wins, Lena comes with him. Grouse does not accept, but gets tricked by the taunt. Is he a coward to pick a fight? But not for free. Grouse adds if he wins, Light will be banished from the city and from the guild. Light agrees. Isla checks his skill, it's God's speed, which allows him to close the gap in an instant. Light declares he has 2 skills, which surprise him. The duel begins. Grouse instantly attacks. Light barely blocks his attacks. Grouse keeps going behind him using his speed, but I think he just likes the back. He keeps attacking with full speed. Light is barely keeping up. At one point his sword breaks. Seeing him try so hard, Lena gets hope. She wants Light to win at all costs. Me too. But the sword's broke. He needs a sword to use his sword god skill. Is a broken sword a sword? But surprising everyone, he borrows a broom from a man. Everyone is curious to see what he does with it. Imagining the broom as a sword, he activates his skill. But Grouse is furious. He charges at him. But Light gets a breakthrough. Until now he was watching Grouse's movement then react. But the reaction was thanks to the skill. So now why not totally rely on the skill? Let it do its thing. He waits for the attack and lands the broom on Grouse's face perfectly, making him fly off. He declares his victory and warns other sacred member to leave her alone. If not, they will face the same fate. Once again, he asks Lena to join his party, which she happily accepts. 1 week after the duel, they are still harvesting fruit. But not the same, Lena is calling them for breakfast with a radiant smile. It's like a perfect family. They are eating and having a good time while living together at Lena's house. But the happiness was intercepted by an unwanted guest, an envoy from the Holy Sister. She wants to meet, but Lena flat out rejects him on the spot. As a result of going against Holy Sister, they are not getting any jobs, except odd jobs like catching demon rats or repairing roofs. But she accepts it all with a smiling face. Such a nice girl. At the job site, a storm destroyed the house. But they are happy to see Sword Saint helping them. They use their skills to cut trees to lumber. Job well done. Next is catching demon rats, and then saving stray cat. At the end of the day, the pay is so little, but they are happy. Lena always wanted to help people in need, but they can only buy 3 pizza with the money. But they are happy. The only thing they need now is a name for that party. Light came up with the name Luxeria, which means incomplete light. They vow to become the greatest adventurer, to be the adventurer who fight for the people, and Isla wants to be an adventurer who eats all the world's pizzas. In a dark room of the temple, they are cooking something nefarious. They want to give them a job, an S-rank job. Lena might be able to survive, but the other 2 will surely die. And that's the goal of the job. This is where episode 2 ends. So what will happen to them? Will they accept the S-rank job? To know what happens in the story, subscribe to my channel for part 2 of the story. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.